Every day we wander around people we've never met before. A cashier at grocery stores, employers who work in nearby offices, and people we've shared elevators with. First impressions can start from your smile to your handshake, and you don't get a second chance at a first impression. It takes 50 milliseconds of seeing someone's face to subconsciously make judgments about them. Because of this, first impressions are extremely powerful, so powerful that appearance alone can be more important than knowledge.
Physical factors in appearance such as posture, clothing, and a person's perception can play a role in how first impressions are formed.
Since the age of 3, we've been programmed to judge others. Children subconsciously connect faces by determining whether the faces are trustworthy, dominant, or competent.
Whether they are in a professional situation or in a social environment, people have the need to impress other individuals in order to leave a long-lasting effect that could present future opportunities. Moving through life, we draw conclusions on someone's personality based on their physical appearance, and we expect to be judged by others in the same way. Most of our daily interactions correlate with first impressions.
Curious on what type of impressions people might have on a certain individual and how it affects your life? We took it to the streets to find out for ourselves.
Really don't want to judge by what she's wearing.
I don't think she can handle a job.
Not much. I don't know if he's gonna have like a steady job.
If I were to choose one over the other, it'd be the more classy one.
The more professional looking one.
The father.
Because of being able to handle themselves better.
She looks more professional and more trustworthy than the other.
Cause the other one seems like he's more like, he has more of a kind, he looks like he can be caring kind of vibe, while the other one looks kind of like violent and scary.
Brain processes judgments. A. Medulla. B. Cerebellum. C. Hypothalamus. D. Frontal lobe.
Because biologically speaking, we have to try to calculate what we think about a situation as fast as possible. So when we first see someone, we have to identify them as friend or foe as quick as possible, because in real life situations that could be a reality. Again, we're biologically wired that way. We need to think quickly in most situations. Because someone can give a very good first impression and be actually very bad. And then they end up swindling you out of money or power or whatever else. Because we're lazy thinkers and we don't want to really process all the angles of a problem. We're very one-dimensional in our thinking. Because of that, it's just an act of laziness. Because threats, people that are scary, things that are scary, demand more of our attention than things that are benevolent. So you have to pay attention to something that's scary, not something that's good. Well, if someone gives us a good first impression, we're more likely to show the better sides of our own personality. If we're given a bad first impression, we're usually more likely to give a cold shoulder.
The frontal lobe lies at the front of the brain. The frontal lobe takes responsibility for our problem solving, judgments, and reasoning.
First impressions are important because it gives us a quick and easy way of finding out if a person meets our standards or expectations. They aren't necessarily the most accurate way of determining determining a person's personality or character or whatever, but I think that, again, because it's a sure way of kind of reducing it and simplifying it, we do attach quite a bit of importance, socially at least. We as humans kind of like develop these schemas, like I've been saying, like this whole thing, of kind of like compartmentalizing or like creating this I don't know, prototype or summary of what we expect and what we expect people to do. So if everyone in society is doing that, then we may fall at risk of developing all the same kind of schemas. Yeah. Because we have like a kind of an expectation of what we want, and then when somebody kind of either signals that they believe that or going in that direction or whatever, we kind of I guess it's like a defect we may have. I don't think we should be drawing quick conclusions. I think that they resonate with us more. We remember those moments, right? We tend to not forget them. Good impressions are, I guess, happen maybe more often, I hope. Since we have these expectations from these people, right, we already go and approach an individual with our high standards of what we expect them to be. And sometimes we set ourselves up for failure in a way because maybe they don't meet our expectations or standards, and maybe our standards are too high.